Hello and welcome to Bud's RPG Review, where I give my thoughts on role-playing games, card games and board games. In a slight departure from what I normally review on my channel, I'm going to be looking at a set of solid metal dice. I was contacted recently by Neil from Paladin Roleplaying, who told me that he was a subscriber to my channel and asked if they could send me a set of their metal dice, which are currently the top rated ones on Amazon, and if I liked them would I do a review of them, stressing that they came with zero obligation on my behalf. Now, before I talk about the dice, I think I should set the scene on where I stand. I have not bought a set of dice for many years. The only new ones I have obtained in recent times have been those that were stretch goals from the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition and Horror in the Orient Express Kickstarters. In fact, the dice that I regularly use are the same ones I bought in the 80s, as I've never had the need to replace them. I have, of course, picked up various oddities and orphans over the years, mostly those that were left behind, found under furniture, or even extra ones from box sets and games. I do have other sets of dice, including this rare one from the Call of Cthulhu 2nd edition box set, which have never been used and don't even have the numbers coloured in. But again, my trusty old 80s dice have never let me down, so I've continued to use them. Additionally, I've not really had much exposure to solid metal dice, the only memorable time being when a friend's particularly enthusiastic roll put a dent in the gaming table. The package I received came with this handy drawstring bag, which could be used to carry your existing dice, and a solid Paladin branded presentation tin. Opening the tin reveals a layer of padding, and then the dice themselves. I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. They have a decent weight to them, especially the D20, and the D4 is sharp enough to actually pierce skin should you stand on it barefoot. A pet hate of mine is dice that are so fancy they're rendered almost unreadable, but this is not the case with these. The numbers are all clearly defined in an old-fashioned, almost comforting way. The Call of Cthulhu dice make the 6 and 9 difficult to read with a tiny dot giving indication as to what has been rolled, but not so these. They have the tried and tested line underneath. You get a full set from D20 to D4 including percentile dice, and they're cleanly cut and have an almost deluxe feel to them. In fact, I tried them in my weekly game before recording this review and they were really nice to roll. I do have some issues though. First is the amount of dice you get. On the very rare occasion that I have bought dice, I've always bought multiple D6s as they tended to be the ones I use the most for rolling damage. Unfortunately, you only get one here, but the presentation tin has enough room that you could easily squeeze 2 more in, and I imagine offering this would definitely drive more sales than other metal dice producers. It's worth mentioning that Paladin Roleplaying do separate sets of 6 extra D6s, but that leads me on to my second issue, the price. This set on Amazon is currently around the £26 mark, or around $33, and the sets of extra D6s are around £20 or $26, which is not cheap. In addition, the D6s are not currently available in this black metal colour, only the other 2 finishes of silver and bronze. Also, the finish on these black dice make them not actually look like they're made of metal. In fact, the only way to really tell is when you pick them up and feel the sharp cut edges and weight. Also, an issue with these particular ones became apparent after one session, with the black paint has already started chipping away off the D8. Although I imagine this wouldn't be the case for the bronze and silver sets. And to be fair, Paladin Roleplaying give you a 1-year money back guarantee on their dice if you find any faults. And maybe it's just me, but I found the D4 quite difficult to pick up due to its smooth cut and small size. Despite all that, I'm drawn to an old saying from Henry Royce, one of the founders of Rolls-Royce. The quality will remain long after the price is forgotten. Even though the price is a premium, you really do get a premium precision engineered product. These dice are around 3 times the price of a normal set on Amazon, but the quality is about 10 times better. I get the feeling that if you invested in a set of these, you would no doubt still be using them 30 years later, and they would in all probability still look and feel luxurious. If you're looking for a really well made set that'll last you through the highs and lows of our hobby, then you could do a lot worse than treating yourself to a set of Paladin Roleplaying's metal dice. Although, I would also recommend getting hold of a dice rolling tray, so as to not let over-enthusiasm damage the tables of any game you have the privilege to pull your chair up to. If you enjoyed this review, please make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and check out my other reviews. Also, if you're interested in buying this product, I've put some links below. Lastly, if you enjoy what I produce here, then maybe think about supporting me on Patreon. Bud out.